Hey guys, I'm gonna tell you in my knowledge clip about strategic changes in an existing company. In this case, it's a restaurant, and I interviewed my boss for it. Unfortunately, she didn't want to come in front of the camera, so I'm gonna do a summary of it. Have fun watching me talking about it. Um, the first restaurant they ever had was also called Merlina. It was a restaurant in Dordrecht, and it was kind of like a luxury restaurant. You went there for business meetings and stuff like that, or if you really had a night going out, like it was luxury. Um, you could order Chinese, Asian food, and it was only a la carte. Between the dishes, you had, for example, little towels, hot towels brought to you. So it was really about the luxury feeling of going out to dinner. And they had two restaurants at that time, and they were also wholesalers. So it became too much, and because of health issues, they stopped with doing it. But after a few years, it came up again. They wanted to start a new restaurant, and that's where they made a lot of strategic changes. The first one was in the location. Dordrecht, they were available by everything, but here in Breda, they are right across the train station Prinsenbeek Breda, and it's available by bus, train, but also by car, because they are 2 minutes from the highway and there's a lot of free parking space, so everybody could come there. Also, the old customers could come there, or guests, I mean. They could also come there with their car, and they still come. And they tell you a lot about the old and compare it to the new, and they think all the changes were in the right way. So they started the new restaurant, and they thought, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do different? What do we want to do? And they started with the all-you-can-eat concept. It was 7 years ago, and 7 years ago this was kind of new. Now you don't think it's new, but then it was new. And they started with an Asian fusion cart. So you can order sushi, but you also can order fries and stuff like that. It's really international, and you also have Indonesian kitchen and other Asian kitchens. So that's what they're about now. So in the interview, I asked my boss, what was the most important strategic change you made during the process of opening a new restaurant? And she said, we didn't do all the strategic changes you learn on school. We followed the guest journey model, but the most important thing we did in our strategic change is thinking about what would I do if I were a guest, what would I want if I were a guest. And we started to look from the guest's perspective instead of looking from the perspective of ourselves. So we saw that it was important to interact on Groupon or like social deals. So we made a few actions on social deal. We saw people wanted to sit longer than 2.5 hours, and they didn't want to have the feeling to be sent away. So we made the 2.5 hours for only to eat, and you can sit and drink, and you can eat ice cream after those 2.5 hours. It's up to you how long you stay. And we needed a lot of space because we knew there would be many people coming to us, because the old guests already said they would come weekly. So that's why we started thinking about a larger space, and now we have place for 120 people. So that were the most important changes. And the one I really want to give you is start looking from the perspective of the customer, or the guest in this case, because that's the most important. It's not. It's also important what you think, but the guest is the one who pays you. So his perspective is most of the time the most important, and the one you can learn the most of it.
So
and I would like to thank you all for watching me making this video. I have no editing skills and stuff like that, so I will make it very easy, and I hope you got what I said in the last minutes. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I hope you learned something from this.